to join in, but here we are on the Friday night fight with Team Ben and Team Jerry. I've got Resting Birchface and Rincewash alongside me tonight. So, how are we, guys?
Super fantastic.
Yeah. We're just waiting for one more person and then we can get started.
Sorry, I pressed go live a second early there.
It's okay.
So what do you expect from the guys tonight? There's a lot of people I don't know, but there's some that I do. I mean, I know that Wow You Can Really Dance is probably the highest player in the game, but then we've got
Definitely.
between the two teams there's a nice even balance, so it'll be an interesting battle from what I think.
I think I got it pretty well balanced so that there's two or more of each role type in each group. There's Sidomia.
Cool. I still couldn't see him. So, with all of the fuss going on with the league, we've obviously not spent as much time doing the scrims, but it's nice to have them back again and running every week as we still have. It gets a chance for people of different teams to come and play together.
Definitely. Okay.
My iPad can get turned on.
So the plan for tonight is Temple of Anubis first, then a Hollywood, Nepal, and Havana. If we need a fifth map as a tiebreaker, we will leave it up to a vote for the Twitch chat.
I hope.
So if anybody has needs, let us know now.
I hope even if we don't get to even if we get a 3-0 from one of the teams, I hope we still get to play map 4 just to play Havana.
Really, fingers crossed.
I've played it a couple of times in the arcade, and it's a very not unique because there's a lot. It's very high ground. I think bunkers will work very well on it.
Right,
personally.
And there's a lot of easy flanks on that map, which I just discovered yesterday while running around with Sombra. There were a lot of ways to get around behind.
Have you played it yet, Rens?
It'll be interesting.
I have played it, and I really did enjoy it, especially the very beginning. That long sightline that'll really inspire a lot of Widowmaker and counterplay to that. So it's exciting to see.
Yeah, I was when I played earlier today. There was a Widow right at the very bottom, which was annoying because no one could actually get to her, and she had free reign. It was interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And I expertise in Genji, so it's fun to walk out of the gate and then just pop a deflect and hope to God that you shoot someone in the face with the Widow. It's pretty interesting little outplay. So it's a fun map. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
And we've got our very first bit donation of the night, which is from Kat, saying "Let's go casters," and a big shout out for Rince. So there we go. You've got a fan already, Rince.
Huge. Hi, Kaz. Nice to see you.
Let's get into the maps then, I think.
Yeah. I'm just letting the teams know.
We've got it set to comp rules. Everything's all...
You know, we could probably ask the teams if they wanted to play Havana. I mean, for the third map, maybe? I don't know. Just to guarantee that we get it in there.
Million did message me saying all of them want to do 4 maps.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Even if somebody gets to 3 before Havana, they want to do all 4.
That's huge. Okay.
So I'm going to start out looking at the attackers spawn, see what we get. What are you expecting from the guys then? I don't know if you've played much with any of the teams, any of the players.
I played a lot with Sinful and Chaos, and Chaos is a really solid tank, and Sinful is a DPS. So I am excited to see what they can do and see if maybe one of them can step up and carry their teams. So it'll be a nice little catch.
I know a grand total of 3 people in this entire game. So I know Nifty, Valerian, and Million. And I mean, I've casted with Chaos, but I haven't played with him yet.
So it looks like we're getting a bit more of a bunker from the defense with the Arisa coming out from Chaos, but we do have the Hammond to cause disruption.
I'm looking
I think the
forward to
Hammond's
this
gonna have a really
Sombra
hard time.
attack. Team Jerry coming out with some pretty controversial DPS here.
They've sent
And they're
them
all teabagging
Sombra
on
out.
point. They are all teabagging in the spawn. Do they not realize that the doors have opened?
Yeah, the Sombra's gone out to scout. Sombra's gonna swap. And they're making the move with the soldier.
Interesting.
So we've had Wow You Can Really Dance come out, check what the team have got, and swap to the soldier.
Oh no, they messed up the shield.
That was poor shield placement by Chaos.
Oh no, Chaos. Oh, and the Pharah's already focusing him.
The
But
mace
Mercy
for the
is
team.
definitely keeping an eye on him. They're pushing far right. But it looks like
Whoever can get the
Lucier's
pick,
behind a
first
little
pick is
bit.
gonna be in a really good spot here.
That's a nice
Good
pick to
ice ball
separate
from
the
May.
Mercy, yeah. Oh, but they do get the pick
They
onto
get a
Nifty.
pick on Nifty.
And it starts. Oh,
So we've got the res coming in.
Oh, good res on Nifty from Valerian. He has 700 plus hours on Mercy.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a good time for a Mercy ult. They really need to push right here if they're gonna use an ult.
Yeah,
And,
they do. They
try to
gotta
wipe them
push
up.
collectively. Ooh.
That's another pick onto Nifty. That's twice
From
that Wow's got him.
Valerian. Wow, you can really dance.
So they've got the ball in a corner, but they've allowed him to get away. Wow You Can Really Dance is taking the high ground and he's making use of it. He's
Definitely. Okay, there we go.
That will be the
That's
first
a very successful push. Oh. What is Sleepy doing? Sleepy's trying to get out.
Yeah, that's first point, I would imagine. Yeah, they're not pushing in now.
Yep, there we go. Successful first cap from Team Jerry. Chat, I would like you to tell me what your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor is. If it's not Cherry Garcia, then you're wrong. Ooh, really
Looks
nice
like the
mine setup.
Hammond
They're
is,
very spread out here.
trying his best to get a pick.
But I don't think it's gonna... Ooh,
Oh, the Rhine does get...
Mercy's gonna
no,
go to res though. Yep, there it goes.
Millions playing into this with the Pharah, which personally I'm not a fan of, with the low ceiling in this on this map.
The May is
Got
using
the
an
May.
ult.
But nobody's out there to take advantage.
She does get the
Nice.
soldier.
Hammond gets the Mercy and the Rhine. Good picks from Sleepy.
Oh, we've got Million trying to finish off the May, holding on to his ult still. We've got 4 ults, nearly all 6 coming up from Team Jerry, which is...
The brain on the May to use an ult right there, and then continue to get 3 picks despite her team not being there, is just
Right.
beyond me.
It was just her and the Hammond, which is a little crazy.
The joys of May.
Oh,
That was
mines.
huge
Oh,
mines.
that was beautiful.
They used the
That was
wall to
really
stop
nice.
them getting through, and then they mined them off.
Okay. Why You Can Really Dance is getting out. Let's see, I'm joined.
Alright, now we're just playing Poke at the Choke, my favorite quick play game.
We've got all 6 ults pretty much online for Team Jerry, so if they can use these well, they should be able to win this fight.
Okay.
So we
I like
start
how-
with the soldier ult and the
Interesting. Oh, they're
Pharah.
going right.
It's very brave to do when their shield's up.
I definitely think having the Mei here is on Team Ben's advantage.
That's a nice
Here comes
shield
the
barrier.
noodles. Huge pick with the noodles.
Huge
Yeah, that was
dragons.
an amazing
And
shield
we get
bash
a
to keep
res.
him held still.
Okay, he's walled off. They need to
He's
kill him
walled
here.
off, they definitely
Here we
there
go.
it is.
Nice pick
This
onto the
push is
Mercy.
over.
Yeah.
Good hold.
And
Okay,
that's
we got-
4 ults that came out from Team Jerry there. And we do see the swap
We got
onto the Hanzo.
100 bits from Daisy. Thank you, Daisy, for the bits.
Thank you, Daisy. We've
Kat
got
agrees
some-
with me. Cherry Garcia is the superior flavor. But
And
Arde
she is
brings
wrong.
up a good point of Americone Dream being a very good runner-up flavor.
I'm not gonna
Listen,
lie.
if you
I'm
eat
nice and
anything other
simple.
than vanilla, you're a bad person.
Cookie dough. Cookie dough. That's what I'm saying. Vanilla. Just vanilla and chocolate chip cookies.
You know what? I'll even settle for that because it has vanilla in it.
It's
my God.
the only like vanilla
Is
one
that
they've got
Americone
for.
Dream vanilla ice cream with all a bunch of stuff in it?
Looks like Chaos is feeding. Let's go see. Oh. And Sleepy
They're
kills another
pushing
one.
out really far. This is risky here.
Chaos has dropped,
May's
but he
trying
is
to
getting
fight
res.
the Pharah.
That's a nice res onto Chaos.
Can they back out though? May's really focusing down that Zarya, trying to pick her. Oh, she's frozen.
They need to.
But she
they
gets
need-
looped out of the way by the brig.
That was a huge pick, stagger onto the Zarya there.
Super
Yeah.
risky push, but super paid off.
Right. I honestly think the brig booping her away with her whip could have risked not staggering her.
Yeah. I mean, it's a moment thing which you do as a bit. Like, when I've played Brig, I would have done that, and you don't even think about it, because you can't get to her. It's all you're just adding the damage you can do, right? Grav Dragons
Grav
does what
Dragons
it's meant to do.
Plus
With the-
justice. I don't know if
That's
I
how
can
you
be able to
win.
hold this.
We do
Oh,
have the
she
Mayo
makes
stopping
Good
palm.
Mail.
So that's that.
Mail gets no one.
Yeah, that's that.
They definitely had a good hold going though.
That was a fantastic hold.
Cat, we saw Grav Noodles and Grav Justice. Grav Justice Noodles. Okay.
Okay, so that's we saw a lot of 2-2 obviously in that there, and then we did see the bunker. Do you expect that again from the defense, or do you expect something a little bit more aggressive and in the face?
Not knowing many of the other team of Team Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what they're gonna run for defense here. Sidomia, I would expect on off tank, probably. There we go, Diva.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see a Baptiste here, though. I don't know if that's gonna be enough healing.
I think with
Baptiste and
the
Zen with a Bastion.
but you do have the soldier heal station, which is great for AoE with the Bastion and the put the immortality field
That's
down, drop the AoE. I think it could work, and then you've got a lot of disruption again on Team Ben with the Hammond and the Junkrat. We've got Nifty repping the Junkrat for Rocky tonight, clearly.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
So we're looking at wow, you can really dance on Bastion here. Just putting all of the damage through Chaos's shield. That's a fantastic halt from Neo
Nurse
on
is gonna res.
Orisa there.
Lyrian gets the res on Chaos. They need to push, though. They need to not hold at that corner.
Yeah, that Bastion is just gonna shred them every time they pull
Right,
them
and
out.
with that Bastion, they need to either go in or go a different way. 'Cause this is a
Yeah.
hard...
The
Oh,
speed
Diva's
boost is
going...
the real key for this kind of stuff. The faster you can get out of
Lucia's
the
trying to
light
get around
sideline
behind.
from, the quicker you
Diva's
can.
around behind them, and so is Hammond here. And I don't think they know yet. Oh, I think Bastion's noticed. He's trying to get
Splitting
high
themselves
ground.
out
He's
like
going
this
up.
is just a bad play.
That's they've
Bastion's going high ground, top
Bastion's
right
taken
here.
the high ground though, which could work out for them.
Seems to be while you can really dance's preferred spot.
They need to get onto point. Yeah, nice from
Big
Sidonia.
res. They're gonna have to do something about that. There we go. Here comes Bastion ult.
People are dropping down. That was huge into the corner. And picking off Chaos. That was the fight, I would say.
Yep. The Junkrat had a chance, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Nifty's gonna have to literally get on top of the Bastion in order to be able to kill him.
yeah, I think the triple tank's not working for them. I don't know what if one of the three of them play any DPS, but I think they need something to do that extra damage, personally.
Right. Some sort of range damage.
Yeah,
A sniper.
Hanzo would be perfect, I think.
Oh my
And
god,
here's
another
another
Bastion ult.
Bastion ult.
Gonna get D bottom mech.
He does get the Mercy and the Junkrat. That was perfect. And the Diva mech. That's all you need. That should be the fight.
Yep. Lucia's trying to get
If
away.
they should probably swap the Hammond for a Sombra or something to pull their
Big
attention from the
stagger.
front line.
Hammond needs to get out of there, yeah. They need to wait for their Lucio.
I recommend moving behind.
So, do you expect them to try pushing right again, or are they going to change it up? Nope. Oh. The split
Hammond
up,
is
which is...
continuously going just straight to point. They need
Yeah.
to keep an eye on their Mercy though, because she keeps dying.
They've taken the
Bastion's
Bastion
down.
out, which is a huge pick for them, but...
Lucio's down though.
Nifty.
Chaos is the only one left. There's no one to capitalize on that, unfortunately. They all
They-
died before he realized.
They do have 3 ults for the next fight, which will probably be the last fight. So if they can
4 ults.
4 ults,
Chaos
sorry.
switching to Reaper
30 seconds remaining.
in
Okay.
hopes of dealing with that Bastion.
Yeah, I've seen him on Reaper before, and I think they do need something. That was a fantastic immortality build there,
Yes,
but
it was.
it did leave them low
Already on the
and
Bastion.
susceptible.
Oh, there goes Chaos. Ow.
Oh, that was a huge mines.
There's the tire. Mines are up. Okay, wow.
The mines took 3 of them out there. That was huge.
Right.
So we don't see the
Dealing
full
with
hold
kills
from
from the
Team
tire.
Jerry. But we don't have
No, I think
many
we're good
ults
for
left. We don't have any ults left
No.
actually for Team Ben here, so I can't see a snowball.
No, they're not going to be able to. Hopefully.
And Sinful gets chaos here. But they go in for the res.
They got the res. Here comes the soldier ult though.
And Sidomia picks off
But Nifty's
Sleepy on
doing a
the...
good job of booping him away with the mines. Chaos is trying to push in here.
And that should be
They're
it
2
from
down.
the millions taken 2 there, which was huge. And he's going for the...
Okay, they're 3 down. They need to. Okay, Sodomia's backing up too, getting back to point. We've got Nifty on the Hammond now. Not Hammond, Hanzo.
Hanzo.
H.
Okay, so we've seen a lot of the ults used. We've only got the Vault from Valyrian Steel and the 2 support ults from Team Jerry at the minute.
Yep.
I still think there needs to be change, but I'm not sure what.
I think they need a shield tank to be able to push here. But at the same time, the shield's just gonna get shredded. I would almost say a Winston to jump on the Bastion.
Okay, so they've backed off this fight, which I would agree with. Like,
Oh, there goes Chaos.
that's an unfortunate pick just after all of the ults have been used.
Okay. Wait, what is going in? Oh, wait, what is backing up?
I would regroup and push again if I was the Team Ben. Okay, so we've got Simply Zombie going over to the Reinhardt here, which personally I think should help. But we will see. We've got Nifty out left taking out Million. And a bomb in from Sidonia. Sorry,
Nice
wait, what?
bomb on WoW. They need to get the Mercy before she reses,
four
though.
huge picks. They can take. I think they should be able to take the point here if they can.
Yeah, they should. Here comes the bomb. I don't think it's gonna. No.
And that was the fight.
Noodles are too late. Nice job.
What did you think of that, Rance?
Oh, I thought it was interesting that they swapped from 3 tanks to a 2-2-2, and it started working a lot better. And eventually they were able to make a better time than the previous team, which is just impressive considering the start and how badly it went.
Yeah, it was I think the Reinhardt at the end changed the mentality of the Team Jerry there, and it did change the tide of the fight. But we do see the bunker coming out again from Team Jerry, so it'll be interesting to see if we get the 3 tanks again from Team Ben.
And I'm stuck in a room. There we go.
What would you like to see different here, guys, from the first push from the blue team, Team Ben?
I know I said it before, but I think they could use a Winston to jump on the Bastion and everybody focus in.
I like exactly what they're doing now. The wall will give them more defense when they're trying to cross a passage, along with that run shield with 2,000 HP that's way more than the Winston bubble will give. And that Sombra can pull attention back from the front line so they won't have nearly as many problems, except she just trans back.
There is
So that's going to be a problem for them in a minute.
I think
There is-
They're on Sombra in a
Ana
back
would
line right
help a
now.
lot. If they can get some clutch antis here.
30 seconds.
Sidonia knows that there's a Sombra. He's shooting around trying to find her.
the Sombra in the background, back line for some Million in the back line of Team Ben's causing a lot more disturbance than anyone else, and he's causing them to not push forward. They've only got 15 seconds here.
Right.
You know, they had almost
sweep
all
on
the
Bastion,
pieces to a
but-
very good push, but they just couldn't bring it together. If they
They
just sub
spent-
out a Ana for a Lucio
Tracer's
and
touching.
push through, it would have been a lot better.
I'd agree with that. I think they spent far too much time being bothered by a Sombra that wasn't really doing too much, from
No,
what I
she's
could
just
see.
hacking and running around.
Yeah,
That's exactly
so
right.
that alone caused a mental breakdown from.
Score 2-2.
Oh, thank you for the, what is that? 100 bits, Artie. Very generous, Taco.
Initiating match.
So, the best we can hope for Team Ben here is a draw. What do you think they can do to get that? Like, what strat
To get
should
the
they
draw?
pull out? Yeah, what should they pull out here?
Full Torbjorn, Symmetra, Orisa, Bastion,
Full
Moria,
cheesy,
Mercy.
Yeah.
full cheesy.
Oh my god.
Just the most heals. You know what? If you trade the Moria for a Baptiste, that would make it even worse. That's how they went.
Okay, so on defense we have Team Ben with Mercy, Bastion, May, Ooh, we've got Nifty on Bastion. Okay, Diva, Zen, and Orisa. However, we now have While You Can Really Dance on Widow, which is slightly worrying for the Zen.
Yeah, I'd be worried if I was a Zen or a
I don't think he
Mercy.
knows yet.
This could be an interesting push. They've got the Luciole, they've got the Reinhardt. Like,
I know that the Widow is there now, but the shield is broken.
and
Good pick from wait what? Oh,
that's
but
a huge pick,
reses.
but he has been rezzed, yeah.
If they can get that pick again.
Oh, that's a
Zombie's
nice pick
gonna have
onto
to try to dive that
the
far if
Widow.
she pushes. Okay, we've already got the sights. They gotta help
That's-
May on point.
The Hammond's on point there,
Oh no.
and I think this.
Baby Diva's in trouble, yep. She goes down. Nifty's trying to kind of bunker himself up. I don't
They
know if
can
he's gonna be
stall a
able
little bit more, but that's
Nifty
gonna be
just,
it.
yeah. Of all characters to be on the point, it was Widow.
Right.
Who would have expected Widow to claim the point? Oh yes! 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 Dramatic hamster!
Sunglasses. Oh god. Huge minds. This is such
This
a big
was a huge
ult
play.
right here. And then you hear the tire go in, and it's like, oh, missed opportunity.
So, what did you like from both teams there, guys? We saw Hammond from both sides. We saw both sides, I think, actually play triple tank at one point.
Yeah.
Um,
I liked seeing the Bastion as much as I hate Bastion comps. I liked seeing it because he's clutch on this map if you can get the right angles with him.
And the other team had the pieces of the puzzle to get around that Bastion, but they just couldn't bring it to one whole masterpiece to get through and win. It just crumbled and
Right.
fell apart.
yeah, like I say, I think I'd like to see more Sombra. She seemed to cause a lot of chaos and just disruption by being there, just existing in the back line. And that was interesting in itself. Oh, you didn't need to swap sides there,
Oh, I know.
Birch. No, because it was. Oh, yes, you do. Sorry, that's me being silly. I thought it was. Ignore me.
Okay.
Sleepy brain. So what do you what's the next map, Birch?
Next map should be Hollywood.
Okay. So with Hollywood, there's a lot more. I think there's another great point for bunker comp on point A, especially.
Yeah.
For defense. What do you expect to see that from either team, or do you expect something else? What's from? I mean, all
I
we've
feel
seen
like
is
if
one
they
map,
do go
but
bunker comp, if they do go bunker comp that first map, they're gonna have, or first point, they're gonna have to swap eventually because it's hard to run that
Mhm.
defense once they've gotten the point, if they get the point.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. We've tried it. We've done bunkers, and then as you like you say, if they get point A, it's you've got to make wholesale changes. What do you expect, Rins, from the attacking side? What would you do against a bunker on this point? On this map?
Sombra Junkrat probably,
Yeah.
with some Baptiste thrown in.
Do you have any thoughts, Rins?
No. I expect them to do the exact same thing they did the first map. We'll see. Maybe they'll be able to pull it together, but I expect a Bastion, I expect a shield break, and then I expect a team wipe. So nothing really different in my ideal.
I mean, we have seen Chaos come out for Sam. So Sam is, from what I've played with Sam, is predominantly a healer.
Yes.
So obviously we've now potentially got a more balanced side for the team Ben with, I think, two people who were playing tanks and wanting to play tanks when there was 3 tank players on the team. So that could give a different dynamic and open some slots up for other people to play what they want to play.
Nation says hi to both of you.
Hi, Nation.
Nation, don't you ever talk to me or my family again.
Nation,
Rin-
best boy.
Rins, he loves you. Why be nasty?
I know,
to
I know. I
Nation?
was just giving him a hard time. I know he's my baby. Don't even worry, Nation. I got you, dog.
Nation, team Jerry won. Okay, we are going to start
Oh,
now.
use the cry face.
So we've got Chaos cheering for Team Ben as he's just left that side. And Volunteer cheering for Nifty. Not necessarily the Team Ben, but Nifty as an individual.
Yep. I think Nifty's on Team Jerry. No. Crap, now I've gotten myself confused.
Can we talk about something for 2 seconds?
Yes?
Yes.
On the first point, the balcony that overlooks the spawn for the attackers, why is
Hold
there
on.
2 water coolers and a bunch of chairs?
Okay, my favorite thing to do on this map when I get in, if I'm defending, I haven't already messed it up, is punch all of the chairs and the water jugs onto the point, along with all of the chairs in the cafe. Onto the point.
Onto the point.
Every single time. It's very important. It is the only way to win.
Attackers incoming in
Okay.
30 seconds.
I imagine it's to have a leisurely afternoon sat on the roof in Hollywood, chilling in the sun. Rins, that's
With some Gatorade.
with some Gatorade.
Trademark.
All I think of when someone
Do I
says
need to, like-
Gatorade is what's it called, Waterboy with Adam Sandler.
Never seen it.
Attackers incoming. Defend
I would say you're missing out, but I don't know if you are, to be honest. Like, it's a great movie, but at the same time, like, many people don't like it. So, so here we are. We've got right.
Nifty on Doomfist.
Oh, that's huge. And he's feeding
big
just like
stuff.
that.
That's 2 huge pits, yeah. But we've got the res coming in from Sidomia. Oh, and I went through the door by accident. Okay, so we've got the Reinhardt jumping in.
Winston's on. They heard me complaining about no
his
Winston.
team, his team needs to
But I
come and
don't-
save him.
Yeah.
Right. You can
No
only
backup.
play Winston if your team knows that you're going in and plans on following.
So we've got the dive, very much a dive comp, but with. Okay, as I say that, they swap off to the Zarya, and make everything I'm saying wrong. But yeah, so they've got almost
Tracer's
a,
around behind them, and they know that she's there. They just don't know where. Oh, she's
The
coming
more
back in
attention
now.
the Tracer can get, the more likely they'll be able
Right.
to win the front lines.
They've already kind of pushed around behind.
And just like that, Doomfist is feeding. And Tracer's gone, and that should be the fight. We'll see how
Yeah.
it
I
goes,
don't
though.
know if Doomfist is the best option here with McCree and the Baguette.
so that's the Rhine going down for the blue team. I think Team Jerry.
Ooh,
Oh,
Ripple
and we've
Lessons,
got
gotta get away
the
from that, though.
High Noon coming out, and the
That's a good
Visor.
one.
Oh,
he's
huge pick
dead.
from Nifty. Oh, get out. Okay, good job getting out,
So
Nifty.
this has become a very messy fight very quickly.
Yes, it has.
yes, it has.
This is where Doomfist should really shine. He did get a pick
Oh.
right away, but he got focused by McCree and the Reinhardt.
Not only did he get a pick, he picked the Ulting Soldier. Which was a big move, but there was
Always.
nobody there to capitalize on it.
Yep, his team just wasn't there.
Nope.
So we're still running the Baptiste. Okay, we've got a May. I was about to say we're running the Baptiste and the Tracer still had, which I thought was essentially wrong, but we've had some
We
changes,
have Shadow here from Neo.
which gets
Didn't
no
get
one.
anyone. Unlucky.
We've got the grab,
That
which
is
is
not
2 in it,
not bad.
and the Space Jam.
Combo though.
Space Jam. I don't know if the hide.
We've got the Ultimate Million. Gets no one. Gets killed.
Well, that was exciting.
That was a
Good cat
great
from
fight.
Team Ben. That combo grab on the Seismic Slam. Is that
The
what it's called?
space
Meteor Strike?
Space Jam.
Meteor Strike. I know my old
Space.
names, I promise. So the combo is called Space Jam?
Yeah, that's what I've heard it. Everything's got a quirky name, right?
Sure does. You name it, there's a name for it. Electric Cowboy, Slushy. It's all
What
there.
is Electric Cowboy?
Nano Boosted McCree.
And Slushy?
Nano Boosted May.
So a lot of nano boosts. Ooh, good grab.
That's a great graph, but everyone had died.
Okay, here comes the soldier
unfortunately.
ult. Somebody's got to touch point. There we go.
He's just trying to get anything with that ult.
Yeah, that was, if you ask me, a
They
wasted
gotta get
ult.
like 2 more on point to really push it. Here we go. Yeah.
I think they need to have the tanks like they are, pushing up and making sure they don't get through the door.
I think Nifty should be up there with them with
The
Brig and
Doomfist,
Moira being
yeah.
behind on the payload here.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's-
that's a good punch. I think they're gonna be able to get this without them to touch. Oh, there
Nifty
goes a
gets
Tracer.
out. Amazing.
Ooh, that's a nice shatter. Oh,
That
no
was a-
follow-up.
But there is a
They gotta
Tracer
get this
now.
Tracer at the point though,
Yeah.
off the payload.
They're getting the picks, they're just ignoring her and picking everyone else. That's...
Which is good. Because then they can all focus on her once everything else is gone.
Yep.
Okay, Ryan's coming in behind. Gets no one with his pin.
That was a
Both
quick second
healers are on
point.
the payload.
That was a very quick second point, yeah.
Once they got their groove going,
We've nearly got the pulse bomb from Tracer. See what... And we get the headshot from May. Straight onto the Tracer. One dink.
Oh, Reinhardt's walled off. They're probably gonna get him here for them. Nope.
did it get anyone?
Nope.
There is the
That's a
meteor
nice
Big
strike
grab
there.
again.
And it... Oh, for the misplaced...
Sleepy is just
Slam.
consistently getting really good grabs.
Unfortunately...
Whether or not there's hits made from them,
Yeah. Nifty
but
landed on top
he's
of
getting
the
3 or more in every grab.
camper van.
Gotta get Tracer again, because she's contesting.
So we've got the ult coming out from Valyrian Steel.
Nifty no. Gotta
Blue
get
team
the
does
Tracer
have a really
guy,
good
come
chance
on.
to hold here if they can
They
make
don't
that
even know
tower
that
worth
she's
something.
back there.
That's a huge pick. But Diaz
It really is.
picks trading back and forth here.
Ryan's
No,
gonna have to
defense
get
can
out
do
if he
stuff
can.
like that though. They have that quick spawn right behind them. All they have to
That's
do is
a
win the war
huge
of attrition.
shatter.
There's a shatter, but
If
there's
they can
only
get
one
the-
other person there.
Oh no.
It was literally Ryan and the Moira. Now Nifty's back.
They need to regroup here. They've got
They
time.
need to reset here.
You can keep staggering
They
and it
just sort of
just...
trickled in.
Yeah, if you
Ryan
start
kind of
staggering
wasted
here...
shatter,
it's-
not realizing that nobody was there with them.
We've just got the Tracer.
They're gonna have to do
Bullying
something
the
about
Zarya.
how you can really dance as Tracer, though.
Yeah.
Because he was the only reason they didn't get that point.
He stepped up there on the Tracer and proved his dupsness. Oh, 1 second. I've not set pause. Oh, okay. Sorry guys, this is... Oh no, it's not me. Bert, you need to set... Can you set pause on your settings and you can pause the game so that Nifty can come back?
Options. Pause, pause, pause.
And just set it to a
Where
key.
is it?
It's in spectate, I think.
Spectate cell, spectate toggle.
30 seconds remaining.
Not even saying pause.
Okay. I'll have a look in the break. In between rounds. We need to, can you see if we can get Nifty back in?
Yes.
What was that?
We've just lost a player, so just trying to get them back in.
Okay.
The joys of DCs. So we've got grabs coming out from both sides. Oh, that
That'll
should
do
be it. Yeah, it doesn't help being on a 5-man now, but
Okay.
Too late.
I finally figured it out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, guys.
oh,
I finally
I think
found
you've
it. It
stopped.
was not in spectate. It was in miscellaneous.
Ah. Okay, so you might want to pause it in the break now and just see if we can get Nifty back in the chat. If not, we'll
Right.
maybe have to pull Chaos or someone like that back in.
So do I pause and then show lobby?
Oh, don't pause there, that's horrible noise. There you go. We're good. There was a really weird noise for a second there. That was...
Show lobby.
So that was, I think, before Nifty was disconnected there, I think there was some very interesting... I think it could have gone either way still. I think they could have capped .3. What do you guys think? Would you agree, or do you think that the defensive team were in a set position once they'd retaken the point?
You see, the defense kept doing things that put them in really bad positions, and then they just never got back on their feet until the very end.
Okay, so it looks like
Looks
Nifty's
like
jumped
Nifty is
back in,
back, yeah.
so you can unpause. So the joys of Blizzard finally adding a pause button, or us finally finding a pause button. Whichever
I
it
knew
was.
beforehand. I was like, earlier today while I was working, I was like, I need to add the pause button. Forgot to add the pause button.
So what do you expect from the defense here, Rins?
From the defense, I'm gonna expect a lot of confidence for sure. Despite, being held at the very, very end, they pushed through the first 2 points pretty well. So I'm sure they're going to come out and they're going to expect to do well. And if the attackers can come out and make a solid push on the first point, then they'll have a real shot at winning this. But outside of that, it's coming down to the first push. If it goes well, the attackers might take it. If it goes bad, the defenders will probably hold the first point.
Nice. What do you think, Birch? What would you agree with that, or do you think?
Would almost beg to differ from what Rin said about... I mean, yes, there is the likely chance that if you can't capture it in like the first 2 tries, you're probably not going to. But then we just saw here, after multiple tries and then finally building up ults, they capped it and then got a really good second push going. And they got it to the second point very quickly.
I think it's like a lot of these hybrid maps. The first point is the spawns for the defense and the offense are quite even. Slightly defensive favored, I'd say. And I think that means that you either get it in the first or you get it in the last push for these. But that might just be my experience. A million picks off the Ana, that's a huge first pick. Be interesting to see if they can push in on this and capitalise, but they have split half the team on. Neo's pushed it in on his own, but they've kept him alive and they're taking the picks. That's a huge fight win.
Let's see how far they can take this snowball. They have a shatter up, and they have a good ult charge on a pulse bomb, and they have a little Moria ulting going on.
Yeah, they're gonna have coalescence probably at the next fight.
Yeah, I'd expect coalescence and shatter for both teams next fight.
I
And we've
would
just
have held that pulse bomb, get a shatter, and then pulse bomb them.
that's 2
there a name
huge
for that one?
picks from Nifty. Taking out
Yeah,
the
that snowball
DPS.
did not last long. They should really push on this. Yep, that's great. That's great.
It only
His
got
team
the
really
Moira,
needs to
but
push up though.
yeah. So we've got the Zarya getting in their faces, and now the Reinhardt's getting very, very close to the spawns. But he does get pinned and gets saved by Zarya.
This is a nice hold here. Oh, Rinse, Starlights were casting.
Thank you.
Do something!
Here comes a Bob. Good, that's big.
So we've got Grav Dragons
Doesn't have
and
anything
a
thanks to the Lucio ult.
Moira.
Oh, that's a huge shatter.
There goes
Huge shatter
3
and
people
follow-up.
from Team Ben. Oh, Nifty's down. It's just May. Okay, team kill.
No one can hide from that.
No shield, only swing.
So we've got 2 snipers up on the roof stopping the enemy team push
They've
through,
already got the Rhine to half health.
That's
and
a
they've
big.
taken Sam. That's huge. So we've got a Rhine
To be able
battle
to
going
push
on at
this
the
well with
point.
double snipes right now is a little crazy.
They're practically spawn camping them. It's
Yeah,
really, really good play.
they're not allowing them to get out of the room,
Oh my god.
and Sidomia just picks off the final kills of the Widows.
Yeah, if they can get these 2 staggers, then they can really capitalize.
So the defensive team have swapped onto a dive tank line to, I imagine, to take care of the Widows, the snipers.
Right.
Sorry.
And there she goes. Well, there Ash goes. So one of the snipers is down. I may have to mute myself when I sneeze.
So we've got the Winston jumping in, but he jumps into a Reinhardt with the Widow easily able to back away.
Simple's got a grab, and it could really be amazing if he hits it here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him hit a nice one here. It could be it'd be very useful, obviously.
As soon as the diva gets mech'd, I see no reason why he wouldn't pop it right on her.
There we go. He gets 3. Oh, but he wasn't able to finish the Hanzo off. That was unfortunate from Simple.
It was a good counter dragon.
Yeah, and
Okay,
they
I'd
do
like to
pick off
point out
the...
melee kill from Ugamijin on 2. Wow, you can really dance.
was right in the back lines. It was... So, they are very close to capping this point here. I think this could be it.
Yep, there it goes. Oh,
I do think it might have been slightly different if Nifty didn't die in the DC in the first one, but at the same time
he
it
let
was
me know
such
the
a
server
convincing
kicked
win.
him for some reason.
In the Titan skin and everything, he's just wanting to be bumpers with all the aggression.
No shield, only swing. Oh my god.
We're not chaos here.
Not bad.
No, Chaos is literally saying that in chat.
That doesn't surprise me. So that was a positive game from both teams. I think, is that
Yeah.
1 win for each team now? 2 wins for Team
That's
Jerry?
2 wins for Team Jerry.
Okay, so what's our next map, Birch?
Our next map is Nepal.
So this is obviously our first assault map. What would you like to see here, guys? And I will just
I
be
wanna see
back in a
bunker
moment.
from both
I
of
need
them.
to take a type.
Rinse.
Oh, I don't know. I definitely
wants-
don't want to see bunkers because that's so hard to play against when you're
I
not with
wanna
people you've been
see-
playing with.
I want to see both teams with the exact same bunker comp and just see the superior bunker comp.
Let's see who can shoot the shield the fastest.
Right. I want Orisa, Bastion, Symmetra, Baptiste, Moira or Zen, and probably a diva. Those are my dreams for this map.
And I want not any of that. I want Reinhardt, Zarya, Genji, Tracer, Zenyatta, and Lucio.
Ooh, Genji. I don't think we have any Genji mains in the lineup right now.
I remember back in my day, Season 3, everyone and their
Genji
mom
was a
played
viable
Genji.
character.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you just reminiscing about Genji days, Prince?
Yeah,
He
back in
has-
the good old-fashioned days.
Back in the 1920s.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure they'll be back at some point.
Yeah, when the game is fair and balanced.
And Mercy has double res again.
Double, more like team res. That was
I don't want the team res anymore. I want how it was directly after team res, where
she was still
you
broken.
would have instant res, and then if you Valked, you got an extra res. So I
Yeah.
would res, Valk, res again, and it was beautiful.
So what
100% balanced.
do you both expect from this map from the teams?
Oh, you missed us talking
I
about it.
did miss it. I'm sorry.
I
That's
want
me.
both of them to run the exact same bunker comp of Orisa, Diva, Bastion. Who was my other DPS?
Symmetra.
Symmetra.
Just teleporting into each other's
Baptiste,
shields and
either Zen or
causing mayhem.
Moira.
That'd be quite fun. Are we ready? I would imagine both teams are probably ready about now.
Yep, I'm just gonna message them both so they know.
Thank you for everyone that's watching tonight, and everyone that's donated. I have probably missed some of you. I am sorry.
I think I got all of them.
Amazing, thank you, Birch. I'm terrible with it, but
It's
I do
okay.
appreciate
I like
all of
looking
it.
down at the chat.
Make sure that everyone subs using their Twitch Prime account.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Give us the juicy Twitch Primes.
Do I have to swap people again? No.
No,
Nope.
this is a
Because
good one.
it's GC, it's capture. Okay.
Cough.
Oh my god. It's not 2CP, it is assault.
Who even uses Prime?
I do.
That is a good question.
I do.
You
I
really
do. I use Amazon
genuinely
Prime
use
all the
Amazon
time.
Prime.
I never watch
I
it.
genuinely want to know what year you were born in.
Me?
93.
You're old as dirt, Jake. You know that?
That's so incredibly rude because I was also born in 93.
I'm outvoted then.
How old
I
are you,
just
Rins?
turned
When's
26
your
last weekend.
what year are you born in?
96.
Oh wow.
Baby.
You
I know.
absolute baby.
Huge difference.
Yep.
Small, weak child.
Oh, and I'm weak now. Feels bad.
Yep. Because you like Genji.
Yeah, that I'll take that. That puts me in the weak category.
we do see a sim. There is a sim.
That makes my chest hurt. I like how both teams are thinking Wrecking Ball though. That'll be just awful to watch.
It'll be mayhem, yeah.
Okay. Star also uses Twitch Prime. I am not alone. Same Star. I also use Amazon a ton. Chaos says we're all babies, and so does Nation. But they're both old, so they can suck it.
So we've got the Hammonds getting to the point first, and one taking point at the top. And we've got some interesting turret placements
We got
from
the
Sim.
sim! Get it?
Yeah.
Yes!
They're
Cancel
amazing. They're really nice
the
turret
mercy.
placements. And they've ignored
They are
them.
really nice placements. They're hard to reach. Casually taking notes. Not that I ever play Symmetra.
Oh, I really like that one on that lamp. That is really interesting. interesting spot.
I love
Right.
the lamp placements and the placements you can get on like the back of signs and stuff. I think they're really useful.
Yeah. I like putting the turrets on the tires on Colony.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I love that, the turn on the bell, just for that far end. That's just wonderful.
Blessed.
But yeah, now that the Symmetra's set up, they're gonna have a really hard time pushing on. Oh, okay, or he can just feed his brains out. That's awesome.
So Nifty does get the res, and we get
There he goes
simple.
again. He died again.
Rin, stop being harsh because he's your teammate.
You said Mercy gets the res. I thought you said Nifty gets the res, and I'm like,
Oh, that's insane.
Nifty does not play.
Oh, but Neog goes off
Oh,
himself.
no.
He does weird. Sorry.
Ara needs to get these turrets down though, because she's gonna get melted.
Alright, now they're just playing the die slowly game, which is very effective when you had a Symmetra.
And there is a Bob on point, but there's the Symmetra shield to stop him really getting to her.
That's good. Dynamite.
And just like that, they brought it back.
They gotta get the Rhine down though. Mercy got a res.
Both Mercies do get a res, one onto the McCree and one onto the Lucio. We've got Sam up front with the Brig,
We're only having 2 people on point.
the joys of a
What a
Symmetra.
hold.
Yeah, it's
They
been
were
a
down to
fantastic
like
hold.
2 people. Yeah, and they still brought it back. That was really nice.
The Symmetra shield did a lot of work. I think it helped Court save the 2 people.
Gotta get the Mercy, get the Mercy.
Valyrian Steel does res Sam again.
And they have an interesting turret on one of the pigs. Is that a rhino? Oh, that's a rhino. Never mind.
So Team Ben still has the point here, and they took it all the way. And I think this is going to be the fight.
Go Team
That's-
Ben. Regain your glory. There we go. Proud.
That was huge
that
from
high
Team Ben.
noon.
Proud, I need healing, Mom. You done did it. Even Chaos is proud.
I want to see some boops.
I want to continue to see this Symmetra.
I also want to see the Symmetra again, but that's because I think she's a fun character.
She really is.
But it does look like we're getting a Sombra and a Risa from Team Jerry. And the Lucio, so we could get the boots.
We could get boots from both sides. We could get...
Lots of boops.
Yeah, you could get...
Winston,
you could
Wrecking
get
Ball.
You could get a boot from Team Jerry, or Team Ben. Oh, Nifty's already 14 health? Oh my god. What?
So we've got Valyrian Steel here focusing on...
Here's the problem. They don't have a shield tank. Team Ben does not have a shield tank.
Yeah, you need to rely on the Hammond doing a
Bubble
lot
tank.
of disruption and the bubbles. That's a huge pick onto Dia's nuts
I
though.
think that they can cap this though.
That's a nice couple of picks, taking out the Soldier and the Mercy.
Nice.
They do get a
Back up,
pick
back.
onto the Winston though.
Really nice disrupts from the Hammond here. Huge res. That was such a risky res, Valyrian. Oh my god. That was a knee res. Oh boy. Good teleporter from either side, just to get to safety if needed.
Do you think the Team Jerry need to turn it
Flanking
up?
soldier.
Who picks up
Good
the
That's a
ult.
nice
this thing?
Lucio. That's huge.
They're gonna be able to hold this, I think, because of that Lucio ult. Mercy gets a nice res
Do
again.
you think there
Yeah,
should be
if they
some
keep getting those
changes on
reses for
the
free, then they're gonna have a hard time taking point.
Winston's by himself though, he's... Okay, he got out. He's very easily pickable there.
Would you
Uh-oh.
like to see changes, guys, or do you think they should be able to get through here with what they've got? I think
I almost think snipers from
They
Team
can definitely
Jerry.
take it with what they have. They have enough shield break, and they can CC the Winston, see exactly like that. Plus, they can halt hook. That's a guaranteed kill because they don't have any
Those are
dedicated
some
shield.
big picks there. There's 3 down on Team Ben.
They're nice picks from Team Jerry there. And the sim
Yeah,
does get out. That was a nice teleporter to get out there. She timed that very well. But we
Comes
do
the turrets
see
again.
the Raging Monkey.
We
I
gotta
think
They
get
we've
really
the
just
just
Tracer
need to
lost
clean
down.
up,
the
take this point,
we've
or
got
else
the
it's gonna be a rough
Hammond-
fight.
Legion needs to
And
build
the
up her charge
Winston-
on that.
The Hammond just
Risa.
makes it back up there. That was fantastic. And the Lucio does boop off the hog.
Oh,
I
Tracer
got my
falls
boot.
off! She blinked into the corner. Oh no. Was
So we've got
unfortunate.
the ult from
Mines.
Wow, you
Good
can really
CC
dance.
mines right there. Ooh, Sinful almost backed up off the point. They're spread out enough here. Like, the Winston was off to the left side. So they're spread off enough that, like, if one person gets
That's
hit,
it.
they can just all
I
collapse
think
in on
that
the
is
point.
it, pretty much. Yeah. That was a quick win. Oh, I spot too soon. That was a quick win for
Really
Team
nice
Ben there.
win from Team Ben.
That's 2 100 to 0.
That's 2 to 1. So Jerry has 2, Ben has 1. Hey Sam.
Such a
Lucio.
good intro.
Not my favorite skin, but such a good intro. Huge boop.
Oh, huge boop onto the hog.
Okay. Oh, I
Oh,
couldn't see the Tracer fall off.
yeah, does that. Okay.
She like blinked backwards and just landed like in this really awkward corner where there wasn't ground. But she was like right in front of the ground that she could have landed on.
I've done that as a tracer. I am
don't
not
play
played to life.
Tracer for a very specific reason. I fall on my own in real life over nothing. So I can't even imagine what I would do with Tracer.
So, what is the next map, Birch?
Havana Unana.
So, this is the newest map to the game. We got it this
Yes.
week? Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday?
Last week Tuesday? Question mark?
Around
I
there.
think it was this week Tuesday.
Yeah, it was
It's
Tuesday
been a
with the
long
new
week,
skins.
okay?
With the new
It's been
skins.
a really long week.
Have either of you played it much? Have you had a chance to
I
play
have
it?
played it a little bit in arcade and I came across it in quick play. I personally enjoy it, but I was only playing it on my DPS alt, so might not enjoy it as much as a healer.
Okay. Reds, have you had much time on the map?
On this map, I've only played it 3 times tops, and 2 out of the 3 times I pulled out halfway. That's what she said. Yeah, I left the game halfway through, so I never got to actually see the end except for the event. So, yeah,
Okay.
I've not played a lot, frankly.
It
I've
is an
played it a
equally
couple
difficult
times.
map to push and defend.
I think it is very defensive favoured until you lose a fight and then you could get staggered very easily. If you get staggered, it'll snowball. From my experience. Are we ready on both teams?
Yep, I'm gonna let him know.
Nation seems happy in the Twitch chat for Havana. He's been asking
I
for it for so
literally
long.
told him in our group chat, I was like, I'm doing Havana just for you. He's like, I don't even like Havana now. I'm like, well, you know what?
He's like a
You're gonna
spoiled
get it,
brat.
whether you like it or not.
He always asks for it and then he gets it and
Turns
doesn't.
out he doesn't even like it.
Yeah.
Rude. Okay, we're gonna start.
Did he know something? Like, he's been asking for this map for ages.
He's been bugging Chaos about it for so long.
And
He
it's-
finally gets it. Now he's like,
So, there's an interesting little thing that I did earlier with a Bastion and a Sim on defense, and you could get the Bastion to sit up here, on top of the gas station, and you've got sight lines down to them, and you can just teleport him back when he needs to retreat. It was kind of fun.
Interesting. I was playing it last night with, crap, who was it? I think it was, Simply/Creations and, oh my god. What is her name? Yawning Grave. And he was just popping off on Widow, and I'm like, why? Why
Yeah,
must you
like
be this way?
Rince was saying earlier, he feels like it'll be a good sniper map, and I would agree.
Definitely.
There's lots of
There were
long
so
sight
many
lines.
windows that he was just like popping in and out of. I'm like, I couldn't even keep track of where he was.
I like this from the attacking side, where they've taken the inside so they can see what the upstairs, and you've got windows where you can see what the opposition are playing.
Yeah.
So we've got Valerian on Mercy, Nifty on Hanzo, Okamijin on the Mei again. We've got Ryan, Zarya, and Zenyatta for the defense.
No, I like what they're doing. I like how they're playing on ground level instead of using high ground. Usually I'm all up for the high ground, but with what they're running, this only makes sense.
Yeah,
Huge pick from Nifty onto Why You Can Really Dance. We get the res though.
we
but
do
they
get a
just
pick
lost
onto
their
the
shield tank
Ryan.
as well.
Yeah, that's a nice res
they're
onto
up.
Sam.
Yeah, they need to push here. Who's contesting?
Whole team.
Nope, I thought the car was paused, that somebody on the attacking team was contesting for a second.
Okay.
So we've got the Widow coming out from Mylon as well here.
Big pick on the Rhine. I imagine Sidomia is gonna res. But I don't, yeah.
See,
There's
one of
no
the
point.
best things about playing on ground level is they don't leave themselves open for the attack Widowmaker to get a pick. They're all playing behind a corner, behind a shield. So they're really limiting what the attacking Widow can do. So maybe a swap just like that. Yep, that's perfect.
And the Far's gonna be able to boop them out of that little corner safe space. Big res. But
That's
Beer's
two big
Nuts
picks.
is popping
Yeah.
off over here on Zen. With the backup here.
If that Zen's way out of position, you can really punish that. There you go.
Nifty switches off to McCree to help counter that Farah.
Not a huge shatter, but they got the
Here he
picks for
goes.
it, so...
So we've
That's
currently
good.
got Deer's Nuts on screen.
He's got the bob in.
Oh, he
Now he's got
just
the
misses the
Transcendence to help
trance.
counter that Blizzard.
He just misses the chance to save the Reinhardt, but he does get res, so it's not that big of
Bob
a...
almost got Eugene.
And here we
I
go.
think they're gonna get this point. Yep,
If I was team Jerry, I would make sure I regroup here. There's a lot of
Right.
stagger
This is such
potential.
a weird area to both push and defend.
There's a lot of high ground
There's so
and a lot
many
of cover.
flanking options.
It's very enclosed and very tight, so we should... It's
Right.
interesting for Rhine battles, but at the same time you've got to make sure you get in and around the corners and use them
This is a
well.
really nice area for Junkrats too.
Junkrat's moved in on his... sorry, Reinhardt's moved in on his own there, and Freudian slip.
Good grab, got the, there we go.
Nice
Got
grab.
the Mercy down.
And
Let's try to get that Winston above. He's behind them now.
the Winston's down. That's a nice pick. Oh, but that's a nice pick
Just
from
out of time,
Mylon.
but they're still gonna be able to get that res.
Yeah, that's a nice hold from the defense.
Definitely. Star doesn't like this map anymore. You and Nation both, Star.
Why don't you like the map, Star? What's... And
Gotta
that's a
get this
nice pick
Winston
onto the
down.
Reinhardt.
There we
Ooh.
go.
But we do get the res coming in from Villiers
And
and
we get the
Steel.
res, we get both reses.
And the Winston straight back onto the back
Jerry is
line.
up one.
And
Oh, he's gotta shield that.
Nifty does get sinful.
Good job, Nifty. Nifty's gonna probably try to focus Million here.
Yeah,
Is that
that
Million on the far?
if I was McCree, that would I would expect that to
I
be
mean,
my
he's
job.
already picked her multiple times, so
But we do get the May, and wow,
Soldier picks him.
yeah, that was a nice
But
pick from
Mercy's got a
Soldier.
res. I love that she spins when she reses. It's quite beautiful.
Stop the headshot. Ooh.
They tend to just panic and move. We've got the ulting Winston behind, but the
And we do
transcendence
have the-
saves.
I don't quite understand the mail,
Get that
but
Winston
it
down though.
stops the point for a while, I
Soldier's
suppose.
got high ground here, which I think is definitely. Oh, never mind. Not to his benefit.
Sam does take him out.
Valyrian gets another res on Nifty here.
Do you think we should
gonna
see
get-
some changes here, Vince?
Res hungry here.
No, I don't
They
think
gotta
any changes
protect
are
their Zen.
necessary. Both teams are fragging out pretty
Get
well
that
for what they
Winston off
have.
their
It's just a
healers
battle of
here.
attrition at this point.
The Winston just kind of cornered the Zen a little bit. Such a good fight.
It's so back and forth. They, like you say, they are just picking each other off one by one, and then but they're getting the res every time. Like they need to be able to stop these reses.
They're in a good corner, but Soldier's gonna get them. in
That
this
was a
corner, I
nice
think.
flash to
Yeah.
stop it, but and a nice mare wall, but she's cornered. Oh, the mare nearly gets the soldier, but she was so alone.
Chaos says a lot of these ults seem a little extra. Well, Chaos, maybe you're a little extra.
And we get another
no
res
shield only swing.
here from both sides, and Val then picks off Nifty again.
Always.
It seems that the two of them seem to have done a lot of the picking off, but WoW seems to have got the upper hand on Nifty, from what I've seen so far.
Another
That's a
blizzard.
nice blizzard. It stopped 2 or 3 people, I believe, but no one was able to follow up, unfortunately.
No,
It was a
they
great...
couldn't. The Justice kind of CC'd them.
Yeah, the Justice and the Soldier just spraying down.
Right. We gotta reset here, otherwise they're not gonna be able to hold it. If they can get one good hold though, one team
Yeah.
wipe and it's pretty much theirs.
Yeah, there's 50... That's a nice early pick
Okay,
from
good grab,
Nifty.
good grab. Let's.
Oh, Nifty doesn't get anything there. I don't know if he pulled the trigger too early or what, but I thought he would have...
I think it was only tanks that were in his sights to begin with. Here comes the mines. Zarya's in a weird spot. Good bubble usage though.
They should probably go ahead and just pull out. They're down quite a few people. Even if
I
they
don't
get
know
the
if they have
picks, the
time.
respawns are right there.
I'd agree. They're not the quickest of respawns that I've seen for the payload maps, but they're still far quicker than the
They need to deal with that diva on the left.
Alright, they
Yeah.
got back together,
She
now they
picked
need to push
Nifty.
up with that
They
ball.
need to deal with the diva behind them.
There it is.
I
That's
think this
3
diva's
great
the
picks.
only reason.
And
Yeah.
that's the
This
Rhine.
diva's gonna be the one that won on that point.
I think there was a lot from Sinful there as well. He caused a lot of disruption in the backline.
The diva got around behind them, killed Nifty on the left,
And that will
and
be
then
it.
continued to kill both healers behind. So it's just awareness right there. Yeah.
So that was the Bronze Taco's first run through of Havana. What would you like to see on the next round, Vince, from the attack and Birch from the defense?
Well, I mean, it was pretty solid. If the defense would have got, like, just like on the second map, if they would have got their footing down, they probably could have stood up a lot better. But they got really staggered on that last point, and that just led to them ultimately losing out. If they end up losing the first point due to, first point is always hard to hold. The second point, that's just going to come down to which team is going to have a superstar moment where one person kills 3 of the other people. Just like we saw on the second point. Soldier pops all, kills 3 people, we got the point. And the third point, if they had their footing, they could have ran 2 snipers because of the huge sight lines, and they would have had a lot better time, but it was just, too drawn out and too far apart.
Nice.
So, cohesiveness is the key.
Gotta love the teamwork.
Yeah. It's all about the communication, especially with teams that don't play together. Because at this point, like, with each of our separate teams, we all know how certain people play on our teams.
Yeah.
Rocky and Nifty know at this point, like, I'm gonna be Mercy, so I'm gonna be behind, so if I'm screaming for help, it's because I'm literally the only person there. Whereas these people haven't played together before.
That's a
for the most part.
fantastic early pick from Beers Nuts. They've had some great picks on that
My
Zen.
goodness.
Translocating.
So we've got Well You Can Really Dance on the Sombra here, which looks
They've already got it
to have
around
been
that
found
corner.
out by the May, but she has hacked her. And gets the May. That's a nice pick. Especially where
This
it
is a
was
really
in the
good push right
corner.
here, though. For being down a person, they've already gotten it around this corner, which took Team Ben quite a while.
And the
but
Orissa's
Solar
hacked.
might wreck them.
Heroes never die.
Already have a Mercy ult. So good work from Sidomi on that.
She's able to do obviously a lot of damage boost to help the other ult charge up. And here we see the Soldier ult from Million.
As soon as he got it, to be popped as soon as he got it.
I don't know if there was
held
a-
on to it there.
Yeah, I don't think there was
They
enough
had
to
already
really...
won that fight.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Vince, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you come back. So yeah, we've got a nice hold here now, and in comes a hack that into a shatter that
Huge
just
shatter.
gets
What is that one called
5.
if it's a shatter hack? Hack
Yep.
shatter?
Yeah, just shatter hack. I don't know. That's
Okay.
all we ever call it.
No fun names for it.
I've
Is
not
it
heard
only
one.
Nano Boost that gets the fun names?
No, a lot of the Gravs stuff.
Okay.
So we've kind of got both teams just feeling each other out here. And the Team Jerry slowly pushing up to get back to court. But we do get a pick from both sides. Sam does, I imagine. And welcome back, friends.
What did I miss? That was not me. That was pure bad luck.
You've pretty much just missed the team coming back together.
Right.
We're getting some picks from the Team Jerry now, wearing away, but that is a huge shatter taken out. Not actually taking anyone out.
Okay. They need to get the Sombra behind though. Nifty's noticed her now.
We are getting a lot more split with the.
I don't know how much that EMP's really gonna do.
They do get the Rhine, but that's about it, unfortunately.
Mercy is rezzing, gets the res up. They need to get this Mercy down though. Sidomia.
And
Nice.
that's
First
it.
point.
Good stagger right there.
Yeah, if I was... Oh, and they get grabbed.
Bomber might
That's
try
a
to
huge
contest here.
stagger. If they
Bomber's
can
still
get
killable
anyone
out
else here,
though.
that's huge. And Sombra's down.
Nice. That was a good stagger there.
If they can keep this stagger going and just pick him one every so often, there's a good chance they can just roll on through.
Right.
It's like Junkertown or any of the payload maps,
Team
I'd
Ben is
say.
holding pretty far back, waiting for the respawn. Oh, now they're pushing.
We
Soldier's
do have the
ulting
soldier
top.
ulting.
Where is it? That was a
It was
weird...
top on the right from Nifty. He does pick 2 off and gets res.
Good
That's
res
a
on
huge
Nifty.
attack from Nifty and the whole of Team Jerry there.
Now I know Nifty can play soldier when needed. Shouldn't have shown me this, Nifty.
I mean, at least it's not Brig Jail, right?
Right.
So, do you expect them to come in here? Or
I would
No.
hope not. That
Yeah,
would be a
it-
They
big stagger if
probably
they did.
really wanted to, but they just couldn't make it work.
Oh, huge
Ooh,
shatter.
huge
Oh, but
shatter.
here comes the Transcendence
That was
to help
perfect
block.
timing, because the Reinhardt
Pulse bomb gets nothing. They need to
died just
push
as he
through it, though.
shattered, I think.
There we go. Somebody's
And the
above
Sombra's
behind them.
jumping in. The Sombra's behind.
Yeah. She's going behind. Where is she going? In
I'm
the
not
same
quite
exact
sure.
okay. I think she's a little bit lost. That's okay.
It's a
Most
new
of us
map.
don't know
It's
this map yet.
understandable. Yeah. We've all got to download
Oh,
it.
there's a good hack onto Nifty. He's contesting her pretty well. Mercy's keeping an eye on him.
And he did get taken down by the Lucio. Oh,
Big
that's a
shatter.
huge shatter into the
They
support.
get Nifty down.
But a
She
great
gonna res?
grab in
Oh,
response.
she has it. Yeah, there she
And
goes.
there's
She's
the res.
getting Nifty back up.
If they can pick the
Gotta
Rhine
get
off
this
here,
Rhine.
that could...
This
Yeah.
is really good work here.
Nice
Huge shatter
shatter.
again. No Transcendence to save it.
That's huge from Weird Era.
Push 3 of them forward here to kind of CC them out while they push it.
I would agree. Get the Reinhardt and Zarya in the face. We do have a ball coming out from...
We
That's
have an
a huge
Arisa now
shatter.
instead of a Ryan from Neo. Ooh, that's a...
That's a fantastic
Big wipe.
hold.
Yep, team kill right there. Yeah. That was a good work on their part. They were holding a lot of ults.
So they made 2 wholesale changes there in the Arisa and the Hammond. And they've just changed off to an Ash as well, which I think, like we were saying last time, with all these sightlines is a fantastic pick onto a sniper.
Sam's down. Are they gonna res it?
That's a res. Ooh, with the Ash Dynamite following up straight away into where she got res.
Hammond's behind on the Mercy now. We gotta deal with them. Protect your healers.
So we've got some 3,
They've got
4
to do
kills
something to
coming in there.
contest that Ash up there. I don't know
Yeah.
if they've realized.
So we see a
Interesting
shatter
shatter.
coming.
We take those.
Nobody's contesting though. Like,
No
as
one's
much as that
actually
Ash is
touching
doing
the
work up
point.
there, she's not contesting.
Yeah, Sinful's come back onto the on
Here
the
we go.
Hammond.
Oh,
We
here
do
comes
get a
Bob to
Bob.
contest. If Sam can
Um,
shield bash him,
We do have the ultimate strategy of spin to win.
then the win. Oh, get the Rhine down.
That's
That's
a
a
really
huge
Good
grab.
grab, but nothing to
But-
follow up on it.
No, Team Ben were able to get some great picks there while they were grab.
That grab absolutely could have won them the game.
That was
That was
huge.
a really interesting end.
That was a really nice fight from both teams right there.
So that's it. We've got 3 wins for Team Jerry. That's 3-1. So we do see the change actually winning him play of the game.
Oh my god.
The madman of Orisa. A robot? So, do you want to see with the teams if they want to run a 5th map? Or do you want to just call it as we've got a 3-1 win currently to Team Jerry?
I am checking with some people from the teams.
Cool. So, if you're not from the Discord and you're watching tonight, we are a 18 plus non-toxic Discord based around Overwatch PS4. Some of our lovely mods have been posting it through the chat tonight. Do come along and see what it's about and join the fun. We've got the Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well. Be great to see you guys around and see all of you supporting the community and becoming part of it. Okay. We are automated now. It's bots that do it. It's the big bad world of AI.
To be fair, Chaos did post a link earlier when somebody asked about it, so. Waiting to hear from Nifty. Million says Team Jerry's down for it. Chat, if they do decide to do a 5th map, it's up to you guys to vote on what map you want.
I think we should do an assault map. Not assault, a control map. So one of the control maps, guys. We've got Elios coming in from Cat. Anybody else want any of the control maps?
I think we want to do any of them except Elos.
Okay, Team Ben says good to go. Any other votes other than Elios?
2 Elios votes.
Okay.
Havaba. Chaos has said he wants to see Havaba.
Havaba. Okay. I got you,
machine
Chaos.
broke. Sorry.
Star is saying Busan, but we do have another Elios from US of Chicky, so
Okay.
that's a resounding
It
win.
sounds like Elios is the one that we're gonna do. And away we go.
So I want more boops. That's just. I'll be happy if we get more. If we get well and there's more boops.
Somebody was playing Hog earlier.
We've seen
don't
Hog, we've
remember who it
seen
was.
Hammond, we've seen Orisa, or we've seen Farah. All great boops. What do you want to see, Rince?
On this map, Lucio, Roadhog, Zarya, and then 3 DPS.
Okay. And Birch, what would you like to see from the teams?
Quad heals. Quad heals with a Roadhog and an Orisa. That is what I want.
Secret strats are coming out now. Goats with
Okay, maybe
X.
triple heals with Roadhog, Orisa, and a Farah. How's that?
I don't think you're going to get it, but it was a nice wish.
People
Oh,
breaking
I
my
was so
dreams.
close. See, if Reinhardt switches out for a DPS, and then we get a Zarya, boom.
That's a great first
Early
pick onto
pick.
Sam.
Right.
Take the
From
Lucio
Why
out.
You Can Really Dance, who is on Roadhog. Which I don't think we've seen him on Tank.
I haven't, and that's a nice pick onto Sinful with the Orisa pull. But we do get Team Ben taking the point first. Not Team Ben, sorry, Team Jerry.
Team Jerry.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
We've got the Orisa still poking out left. No one's really bothered to focus her.
There's a little far 1v1. Oh, it's over.
Ukamijin does get the better of Mylon, and I'm pretty sure that both of those are part of Chug Life, so that's a nice little inter-team battle there that Ukamijin can take away and claim as a victory, I'm sure. Oh, and Sam does get picked off while on the point. There was no one there to support and stay with them though, which is unfortunate.
This is definitely not one of my favorite maps.
Oh, we do have the High Noon coming out, but it
Good mines on
unfortunately
point.
got no one.
Huge mines on point.
Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
That was 3 ults, I believe, from Team Ben.
Team Jerry. Team Ben. I'm never gonna be able to get this, I'm sorry.
But we
Lucio's
don't.
holding.
Yeah, that was a
Finally
huge
gets
hold from Lucio there.
Flashbang. Nifty with the flash banging McCree.
So we do
Farah's on
have Ukamijin's point of view at the minute. See the Farah in the air. And see the Farah v Farah battle on the coast side of the point.
Please move behind the button. Move back.
So we do have Nifty here on the McCree, and he does unfortunately get taken out by
He is
the.
now dead on the McCree.
Yeah, that's. I'm not saying a caster curse, but maybe it might was. We do see 3 healers coming out from Team Jerry, with While You Can Really Dance going on to the Yana.
Oh, and Nifty's asleep in the back line.
Oh, and Lucio just stays on the point there. That was very close from Sam.
Nifty has Deadeye here though.
There he goes.
That's a huge mines right onto the point. See if it can get anyone. If not, it is just keeping them off the point at this moment in time.
They're gonna have to get that Mercy down when they can. Ooh, big picks.
Big
Sam
res,
gets rezzed.
but that's a huge anti onto the.
Gotta get that Ash down. Ooh. It's shield block.
So we do have Team Ben
doesn't-
taking this to 99 here, with Nifty
You
getting
didn't see
picked
the
off
Ryan
just
that
as
got looped off
yeah.
point coming up behind him.
They're rotating onto point really well here, but I do think they're going to lose it with 1 DPS and a.
Oh my God,
Boy,
Sam.
Right off the edge.
That would have been a huge res. Did you see what happened to Sleepy Zombie there, Rinse? I didn't catch that. Did he just roll off the edge?
Oh yeah, he rolled right through the middle of the point, right out the back door, right off the map.
Oh, kind of a wasted shatter there. But they've still got picks.
Oh, that's unfortunate from Sleepy. And we do actually see Team Jerry take it in the end, with the 3
Right.
healers.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
Okay, now the part of the map that everybody's been waiting for. Well.
Death pit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
So we've got Orissa's coming out from both sides here, with a
Still
hog
got
coming
Nifty
out from
on
Sardonia.
the free.
So we've got While You Can Really Dance playing Anna here, which from what I've seen, he does seem to play quite a lot. But we will see.
No, I like this Sleepy's playstyle when it comes to this Hammond. It's super annoying in your face kind, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's from my experience with playing with a Hammond. That's the best thing for them. Just to be really annoying, really disruptive, and cause commotion within the opposition team.
Bad guys, heads up.
Alright, now we just wait it out. See how long it takes blue to come and beat red. That much longer.
That's a early pick onto Nifty there from Sinful. But he does get rezzed.
See what this monkey can do on this Orisa.
I don't know if he can do anything.
I think
And that's the ball down the pit.
Huge hook.
Oh, and Sam.
Almost got Sam in the well, but still managed to kill her.
I was about to say she gets away.
their team, they're running for this on attack. It's really good. You can suck into the whole
Good wall
Hawk,
from
the
May to save
Lucio,
herself.
And the ult. Like, it's just a really good team at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think the more CC you have on this map, the better. It seems to be the case for a lot of things at the minute, but I think here with the fact that there is a gigantic hole in the middle, it makes it even more.
I don't know about those
That's
mines.
a
lot of them
huge
went down
mines
the
from
pit.
Sleepy to get 3
Oh
people.
my god, he got a triple.
He just saved them.
Considering that some of them went down into the pit.
Alright, now just keep in mind though, they only have to win the one team fight at 90%.
Right.
They do have 5 ultimates about to come up as well, so this is going to be a tough fight for Team Ben
They
here.
just DM'd that male ultimate.
That's a huge eat from Sidonia. And we do have a nano visor, but it gets absolutely shut down. That's fantastic from Team Ben, but they lose the point.
Team Jerry recaps.
Oh, Sleepy just pile drive down the
Looks like
pit.
Team Ben's gonna, oh, gotta get the Lucio. There we go. We're gonna cap it up again.
They did
Team
get
Ben.
this to 99 though, so they can't leave the point like they just did.
Right. It was totally an accidental C9 there, because
They were just
they were
finishing
all
the
alive.
kills.
They were just
so
all on the left.
yeah, they were just finishing the kills. I don't think it was a bad thing, but they just needed someone to get that touch to stop the progression, I think.
Uh-oh.
So we do get a early pick here onto Sam. And we've got Sidomia here, just sorry, Deer's Nuts just causing mayhem on the Lucio.
Looks like the mines just weren't enough this time around.
I imagine Team Jerry's gonna get this one too.
So while you can really dance was playing just by the room on the right. with a great sightline, and no one challenged him once. It just meant that he could pump all of the healing into his team.
I'm hoping Rocky doesn't see this Junkrat play right now.
Sleepy does get out of the pit, but Million does pop his visor there and gets picked off.
Overtime is ridiculous.
So close. There it is.
There we go.
There we go. So that's a very convincing victory for Team Jerry. That's 4-1 tonight. And we get the dramatic hamster again.
Such a good highlight intro. I love it so much.
And here goes the Maywall to push the Junkrat into the mines. That was...
Just wonderful.
Thank you, but I still have much to learn.
So, that's it tonight, guys. What did you like from both teams? Yeah. What was your highlight from both teams, guys?
Probably watching.
When Sleepy rolled off the ledge.
Mine was when whoever the tracer was blinked off the ledge. I think it might have been Million or Wow You Can Really Dance, one of the two.
Okay, so
Was...
people just running themselves off ledges.
themselves off the ledge. They just yeeted themselves right off.
Okay.
They're like, oh, I'm out.
I get
Later,
that.
my dudes.
I mean, there's potential that Sleepy's was on purpose, that he was just resetting, but
Right.
who knows? So thank you everyone for watching and subscribing and giving your bit donations tonight. And thank you for everyone for playing. It was great to watch and great to cast. Thanks, Rinse and Birchfest. Been a pleasure to watch the games with you. And good night. Give me a sucker.